specific reason? Oh. You want to be trading some cards. I see. Well, I got some things that you might want, and I've heard that you've got some things that I might want, so maybe we could make a deal. Yeah. I want to let you know I take this very seriously, because I've been a collector of a lot of these cards, and I would hate to see them go to someone who disrespect them. Yeah. Disrespect is not respectful, you know? Well, what did you, have in mind? Okay. Yeah. If you got an artifact, I can give you one of my best artifacts, yeah. Same for lands, and enchantments, and creatures, and instances, and sorceries. Yeah. Okay, well let's see what you got. What do you have for me? Okay. Wow. Starting out with a banger, I see. It's Alhammer's Archive, which is 5 generic mana, and a legendary artifact that reads, if you would gain life, you gain life twice that much instead. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I would really like this card. Let me show you what I got. I can offer you the Ozolith. It's also a legendary artifact, and it's an amazing artifact that costs 1 generic mana. And it reads, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. And it also reads, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. And this is for any counter. Could be a 1/1 counter, could be a flying counter, could be a menace counter, could be a first strike counter, could be a trample counter, could be a death touch counter, could be a -1/-1 counter, could be a loyalty counter. Yeah. What do you think about this deal? You want it? Perfect. There we go. This is yours, and I will take Alhammer's Archive. Okay, that was a strong one. What's another one you got for me? Oh, okay. I see, nice. You got Mirror Maid, which cost 1 generic mana, and then a blue mana, and another blue mana. And it's an enchantment. And it reads, you may have Mirror Maid enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. I like it. I like it making copies of artifacts and enchantments that are on the battlefield. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. What about It's 2 generic mana and a blue. And it is also an enchantment. And it says creatures can't attack you unless their controller plays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. That's another good one. It would actually work well with Mirror Maid. Are you sure you want to trade me Mirror Maid? Okay. Would you take this one from Mirror Maid? Okay. I like where this is headed then. I like it, okay. Propaganda is yours. Mirror Maid is mine. Okay, I got one I think you might like. How about I offer you Cabal Coffers? It's a land, and it reads, pay 2 and tap it. Add a black mana for each swamp you control. And it is a mythic rare. And this is pretty pricey, so you better give me something spicy. What do you got? Okay. Oh. Wow. You have a Raugrin Triumph. You have a Raugrin Triumph. You're insane. This is a land that reads, its subtype is island, mountain, plains. And it is tap, add a blue, a red, or a white. Wow. And a Raugrin Triumph enters the battlefield tapped. Yet, it has cycling 3, which means you can discard. You can pay 3, discard, and draw a card. Just look at that beauty. Are you sure you want to give this full art Raugrin Triumph away for the Cabal Coffers? Okay. Your funeral. Here is your Cabal Coffers. Okay. You got another one for me? Oh, I see. It's a Thought Vessel. It's an artifact that costs 2 generic mana. And it reads, you have no maximum hand size. And it can tap and add a colorless mana. Okay, well, what do you think of this one? It's Basilisk Collar. It is 1 generic mana, and it is an artifact that is an equipment. And it reads, equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink, and the equip cost is 2. Wow, we are just getting along today, aren't we? Okay, yeah. Here is your Basilisk Collar. Okay. Well, I am starting to like you. So, how about I give you one of my prized possessions just to see what you can offer me? This is the first card that I spent money on to buy it as a single. It is Exquisite Blood. Exquisite Blood. Exquisite Blood. It is an enchantment that costs 4 generic mana and 1 black mana. And it reads, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Wow, what a card. What do you got for me for this Exquisite Blood? Oh, no way. Are you serious? You're going to offer me 7 dragons approaches. Oh, I'm sorry. 7, but one of them is a foil. Okay, I like what you're putting down. So 8 dragons approaches in total. Wow. Well, let's see which dragons approaches. It is a sorcery that costs 2 generic mana and a red mana. And this sorcery reads, Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And it reads, a deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. Wow. Never in my life has someone made such a daring offer for such a good reason. Wow. I will gladly take those 8 Dragon's Approaches. And here is your Exquisite Blood. And let me tell you, this card is so good. I mean, it'll slap your opponents way harder than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Ooh, comes out of nowhere. Now let's see, I like this. Here we go. What about Diabolic Tutor? It's 2 generic mana and a black mana and another black mana. And it is a sorcery that reads, search your library for a card and put that card into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Wow, doesn't get much simpler than that. What do you got for me? Okay. Okay, now you're just trying to be funny. This is Solve the Equation. Is that what you meant to hand to me? Solve the Equation is a sorcery, and it's 2 generic mana and 1 blue mana. And it reads, search your library for an instant or sorcery card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand, then shuffle. So solve your equation. Cost 1 less mana than Diabolic Tutor. And it does. It searches your library for an instant and sorcery. But then Diabolic Tutor searches your library for a card. And you think I want to give you this Diabolic Tutor. Okay, I seem to be losing my my main collection. Let's see what else I can get for you. Oh, perfect. So I already gave you Exquisite Blood, which reads, whenever an opponent gains life, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So naturally, I want to give you its best friend, which is Sanguine Bond. It's also an enchantment, and it's 3 generic mana and 2 black, and it says, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And can I see the Exquisite Blood that you have now? It says the opposite. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So, this is practically an infinite combo. And it's not practically, it literally is an infinite combo. So, what would you like to have this? Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. You're offering me Greater Good, which is 2 generic mana, 1 green mana, and another green mana. And it's an enchantment that reads, sacrifice a creature. Draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power, then discard 3 cards. You know, that's not half bad. I've been wanting to make a sort of aristocrats deck anyways. So, I'll take you up on it. Okay. Well, on the trend of life gain and life drain, I would like to offer you either Flux Reservoir as well. And it reads, whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. And then you can pay 50 life. And either Flux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player, which is just beautiful. Let me tell you, it is beautiful. And this is an artifact that costs only 4 generic mana. As you can see, there is a theme here. I'm kind of building you a deck, aren't I? What would you give me for that? Okay. Nice. You're offering me Howling Mine, which reads, at the beginning of each player's draw step, Howling Mine. If Howling Mine is untapped, that player draws a card. And it is an artifact that costs 2 generic mana. Okay. I like it. You got yourself a deal. This seems to be it seems to be going really well for you. Okay. Now this one is just a fun card. It is Pure Steel Paladin, and it costs a white and another white, and it is a creature, and its subtype is Human Knight, and it has Metalcraft. Equipment you control have equip cost 0, as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. And it has, whenever an equipment enters the battlefield you serious? Well, I'm gonna read the card aloud to make sure you're not making any mistakes because, I will definitely take this deal. You're offering me Esper Sentinel, which is cost 1 white, and it is an artifact creature, subtype human soldier, and its text reads, whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power. Wow, okay. You have a deal. I've been wanting that card for a long time. Okay, and I must really, really like you because I'm going to offer you something that I've never offered anyone before in their entire life. This is truly a card that I hold near and dear to my heart. It is a Mystical Archives Mythic Rare. I don't even know if I can say it out loud. It's Teferi's Protection, and it costs a 2 and a white, and it reads, until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. Wow. While they're phased out, they're treated as though they don't exist. They phase in before you untap during your untap step. Exile to Fairy's Protection. Wow. What can you give me for this beauty of a card? Oh wow. You have a Mystical Archives card as well. Okay, let's see. And it's a rare. Oh my goodness, no way. Faithless Looting. And this is a sorcery that costs 1 red mana. And its text reads, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Wow. And it even has flashback for 2 and a red, which flashback means you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost. Then exile it. You came to play today. You got yourself a deal. Wow. I honestly think you took all my money today, but I got some bangers too. Wow, okay. This is pretty nice. I'm gonna have a hard time saying goodbye to this beauty.